hello, ladies.
Hello.
Welcome to the Incline with Crystal. I am here with Zoet Beauty Supply store owners, Dana and Charis. Yes, the queens of Zoet Beauty Supply. And you guys have a store here at the New Black Wall Street Market in Stonecrest, Georgia, and also another location in Mableton.
Yes.
Right? So,
Yes.
and you're continuing to build out, I'm sure.
That's right.
Yes. So tell the viewers on the Incline, like, how did you start a beauty supply store? I know your Mableton store. This is more of a boutique store here at the New Black Wall Street Market. It's inside the market. But your Mableton store is how much? What's the square footage for Mableton?
Approximately 3,500 square feet.
Wow, so that's a lot. So how did you get into this? Tell the viewers, like, how did it start?
Yeah, so basically, one day we were by Shara's house at that time, back in like 2016, I want to say, or 15, somewhere around that ballpark. And we were looking for a product at that time. Shara's lived downtown, like inside of 285, like kind of by Lenox. And we tried to find a beauty supply store. We found one, but it was really small. We couldn't find the products we need. And as we continued to go further and further out, we couldn't find the product we need, and we couldn't find any beauty supply stores. So our goal was originally to be downtown, inside of 285. We still haven't found the location inside of 285 yet, but we had to go all the way from Lenox to Camp Creek just to find the product we want. So then we thought, why aren't any of these Black owned? However, like, they're supported by African Americans, like by 99%. So
the target audience is typically African Americans for beauty supply stores that you see inside of shopping plazas.
Right.
So this is a big deal, right? Because, you know, Black girls all over the world are looking for products to take care of their hair in the neighborhood where you live. So that's a big deal, a big challenge.
Yes.
Yeah. So continue. Tell me more.
So basically that was the birth of, hey, let's open a beauty supply store. So that's where the idea came from a long time ago. And then ever since then, we worked on it kind of every single day. And
so you had no background in beauty supply store model. I mean, you know, beauty supply can be overwhelming. I mean, you're talking about a lot of SKUs, a lot of products, dealing with a lot of different manufacturers, making sure your price points are correct. Like, how do you deep dive into that and have no background?
Well, we have a background. We don't have background in beauty supply, but Dana is, what I would say, is more like a retail genius. So she's built other people's brands and retail stores, and she may be a little bit modest on it. So I'm going to tell it.
Yes, please tell it.
So no, she's grown stores from working for other companies. So we figured, you know, I'm sure she could do it for us. And so that's part of her background. My backgrounds in project management, sales, and some other things. And so a combination of our strengths and weaknesses, we decided to work together on a beauty supply store.
Yeah, I've gotten to know these ladies here at the New Black Wall Street Market. I'm also a customer of Zoet Beauty Supply Store. Right? I come here, I get my detergent, I get my shower caps, you know, I've gotten, you know, lips, gloss, and different things that I needed over time here. So it's not just beauty supply hair care products, but they also sell other items. So tell the viewers, what are some of those additional items?
Sure. So some of the additional items that we sell, we have, of course, virgin hair. Can't have a beauty supply store without virgin hair, and it's our own brand. We also sell products for men, such as beard conditioners, oil, anything for a bald head. So every type of person we have something for. We also sell stuff for kids, whatever it's kids products, or accessories, bows, equipment, barber equipment, supplies.
I was going to say, you actually have appliances too, right?
Yes, appliances. What else? The laundry detergent. We have so many different things. And even at our other store, we carry clothes and shoes, jewelry,
hats, purses.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I mean, you know, and I'm sure for young girls, right, who are aspiring and walking into your store and saying, wow, you know, she looks like me.
Yeah.
And she's the owner of this store. I mean, have you had customers to walk up to you with, you know, this feeling of disbelief?
Yeah.
Like, give me maybe a story or two.
Yeah, sure.
So, well, one of the stories that we have is that, two of the stories. One, we get people all the time that come and they bring their daughters, their sons. And just let them know, like, hey, these two are the owners. I just want you to come and experience, and we want to come and support.
So they're bringing their children
Yes.
to the store so that they can experience.
Yes, just so they can experience. And also just so they can show them, like, hey, this is a business that has great customer service and they're Black owned. So don't cut corners anywhere. But then we also have people who come in. We have a guy that comes in all the time. And he was telling me that his daughter was upset pretty much for Valentine's Day. I think she was like in maybe like middle school, I want to say, early middle school, elementary. And he was saying that she wanted to go to a Valentine's Day she wanted the Valentine's dance or something like that to go with the boy, and the boy didn't want to go with her. So she was really, really upset. And so I was telling her, like, I didn't want to say boys are stupid, but I kind of said boys are stupid. But he brought her in there just to make her feel better because he knew that I could give her some type of advice to, like, don't worry about them. Like, but the little sister did say, and it was
because
funny.
she needed a self-esteem boost, and her father knew that. He knew that he couldn't give her the female self-esteem boost,
right?
Which is really, really great. And you need that to be a business owner, right? I mean, you have to. There's some tough days too. Tell the viewers about some of the challenges, because on the Incline, the goal is for the viewers to really understand how businesses work.
Right.
You walk into this beautiful store, and as you mentioned, the customer service is 5-star. The look is excellent. It's clean. The decor, everything is top notch, but we don't see all of the background, do we?
No.
And I think the background is the separator that will separate, as I mentioned on the show, in other shows, hobbies, hustles, real business models.
Yes.
So, Charis, I mean, what's your opinion about that?
Yeah, one of the major, I guess we would say, hurdles in the industry, just to expand on what Dana said, I mean, 99% of the business typically comes from people in our community, in the Black community. However, when we started, less than 3% were owned by Blacks.
Yeah, you could point them out.
Yeah, even now
in metropolitan Atlanta,
numbers are growing. We have pioneers like Dana and I, and lots of other people that are continuing to get in the industry, but less than 10%, I'm sure, are probably still owned by people in the industry. And it's by design. It's not that, hey, no one got an idea to open a beauty supply store. It's very hard sometimes to get a lot of the products. We face racial discrimination, profiling, all types of things. Not with everyone in the industry, but it is a very, very common thing.
So what was your will to not give up? When you know that you're being profiled, when you know that you walk in to, put in an application and there's some racial discrimination happening, how do you push past that? Because some people think, well, if the door is closed, I'm done. And that's not true.
We don't take no as an answer.
Yeah.
Period.
That part. That part.
Look, maybe you know now, but
right.
Yeah, we'll find out another way.
Yes,
we'll find a way.
We'll
I like
find a way
that.
out of no way.
Yeah. So you said your background is in?
My background is in retail management, which kind of comes along with retail inventory. So that's my background. And the company I work for, I came in straight out of college in their management and training program and quickly moved up the ladder. So with that experience, especially with the retail and management, and you basically at that particular career, like I had to basically manage the job as if it was my own business. Except for like producing the marketing, which is still a challenge till this day. I think that's everybody's biggest challenge as a business owner. But that's my background.
Okay. And then Charis, go deeper into your background.
Yeah, of course. So I also came through a management and training program, but primarily for sales. But they had me do a little bit of everything. Where I ended up was in project management, and I managed books of business. I'll just say that for a lot of the large Fortune 500 companies, and I travel anywhere from here in Atlanta to Texas to Mexico, Canada, all over, working with a lot of clients. And so I just tried to take that, those skills and kind of apply them to what Dana and I are doing, because as we mentioned, there are a lot of moving pieces, and so that definitely requires a little bit of project management. Even if I didn't study it, you have to know how to manage certain things. And here, that's the commonality between both of us.
Absolutely. And now I have a better understanding about these two, right? Like I said, I know them. I'm one of their customers. But they have a comfort level about how they work together. And so that has a lot to do with the background, right? And so we want the viewers to know on the Incline that you can always learn from wherever you're working. You know, I had an old boss, a CEO years ago, and he would tell me, just whatever you're doing here, you know, just stockpile it, because you will use it. You will use it somewhere in your life. Don't just say, oh, well, you know, I work a job, right? I work for another company, and you're not taking your position seriously, which can be hurtful to you later on when you need a skill set.
Yes.
Because as a business owner, how many hats do you wear?
A million.
Yeah. We're working on that right now. Without telling too much, we're working on making sure that we, you know, we staff not just appropriately in-house, but making sure we have the right people on our team. You know, some of that will be externally, but as you said, I mean, either way, regardless, we definitely wear plenty of hats. Yeah.
We wear plenty of hats, you know, and that's a part of the business model, right? It's a part of being a small business. It's like, you know, you may not be at the stage where you can have a whole corporation of people running your business. And so now you have to wear about 10 hats at one time and know how to juggle them. But isn't it freedom, though, when you get to the point of being able to say, I can hire somebody?
Yes, definitely.
They both are like, yes.
No, like, it was ridiculous. Like, I was literally working, what was it, like 16, 18-hour days? I would go to, so before we opened,
you hear this, don't you?
Like almost for a year, a little under a year, I would literally go to, I'll be at my job that I had before from 6 to like 2 or 3 or something like that. And I'll leave straight from there and go straight to the beauty supply store until 8, sometimes 9 o'clock at night if we had stuff to do. And that was literally like with no days off at all.
Thank you for saying that.
Like no days off. So people say they work all the time. No, I get it, but you have to do what you got to do to get where you need to be in life.
Yeah, because it looks easy. And that's why I want people to understand any foundation that you pour, right? I came from a family of builders. And so I was that little girl, I can probably build a house, right?
Me too.
You too?
Yes, me
too.
too.
So you get it, right? And people see, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous mansion. But there is so much behind the stability of that mansion. You know, you get that foundation. If the foundation is messed up, the whole thing is messed up. Yeah. And so, like you said, oh my gosh, you know, it's a big deal. So we want you to know that on the Incline. It's like, don't give up. You know, how many days have you been frustrated?
Plenty.
Yeah, too many to count for sure.
We turn them into funny days, though. We don't. So when something happens, we laugh about every day. It's some stuff that you wouldn't even believe we would laugh at. And you're like, wait a minute, y'all laughing at that? You got to.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You know, some of the older people will tell you, just keep on living.
That's right.
Keep on living, because you will realize that what you think is just a disaster, you can manage it. You can manage it. It's going to be okay. You know, you just have to reset, keep calm, stay calm, you know, and just think through the process and have faith. Or you know, you got to, you know, really, really think above your own capacity. Right. So ladies, tell me like some highlights about your store. Are there any particular products that you like to push? Are there seasonal things that you push during the year? You know?
Yeah. Sure. So, let's start with the first part. We definitely like to promote and share that we do have our own line of products, as Dana said. We do have our own lip locks. We have our own virgin hair, something that's called a perfect parting comb. We have our staple items that are not for sale, but more so for customer engagement, such as coming in and taking pictures in our Barbie box. That's a cool feature.
Cute.
Yeah.
Is this at the Mableton store?
It's at the Mableton store.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then we do have seasonal items. We have gift boxes, pretty much year round, but we kind of amp it up during the holiday seasons to offer, you know, well, we are resellers too, of course. And so the big box people offer, you know, additional products. And so just stay tuned. Because we like to feature a lot of those on our pages, whether it be social media or on our website, zoetbeautysupply.com.
Hard-working sisters.
Yes. And on top of that, some of the other things I want to highlight too is that we do work with local people as well who have their own products. We have quite a few people who they started at our store and now they're in 5 or 6 other beauty supply stores that we help them get into. Just because we showed them what to say to us. Like, don't just come up to us and say, hey, buy my products. Like nobody's just gonna buy your products.
So
and
you're
nobody's
being
asking for it.
mentors to the
Yeah.
people that you would potentially collaborate with.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That is so key. Like, you know, it is super important. I'm such a community service person. Like,
Yes.
I'm always thinking about the bigger picture for the community. And I think as business owners, you have to think that way,
Mhm.
right? You can't say, well, hand closed.
Right.
When they walk in and you know that they're a bit disheveled, they're probably nervous too,
Mhm.
stumbling and not sure what to do. And then a Dana says, come here and let's have a conversation
Right.
about your
Yeah.
presentation.
Presentation, the products, how it looks. Like you always want to make sure that your product look like it can go in Target any given day.
Yes,
Like
yes.
don't come with no handwritten products.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that gives a personal touch to it. I get it, but
No,
yes.
but you're right though,
Yeah.
because your projection should be far. It
Mhm.
shouldn't be just right in front of you, right?
Yes.
I mean, because the goal is to win in business,
That's right.
right? And winning in business is not about just your family supporting you. I think people get
Mhm.
if there's a misunderstanding
Yes.
that you start a business and if my family supports me, my business model will be successful.
Right, right. Don't depend on family and friends. You want your target customer to support your business. Now, if your target customer is your family and friends, great. But you want to get people outside of your family and friends. Family and friends is a hobby. If you can
Absolutely.
get customers outside of that, then that's key.
You test on your family and friends.
Yeah,
right?
you can test. You can
you
test.
test the model on your family and friends because they're going to love you through, you know, the good and the bad.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
they're going to support you. You can stumble and fall.
Mhm.
When you're out here with real customers,
Right.
Mhm.
you know, there can be a challenge if you're not top notch because
Mhm.
you're going to bump into customers who expect certain types of quality,
Mhm.
Yes.
certain types of service,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So what's for the future for Zoet Beauty? Like, I know you have 2 locations right now, but I just feel the energy in the air with these 2.
Yeah, well, that's still in the works. There's no definite answer. However, Dana and I do aspire to continue to grow and expand and scale the business. So it is a possibility that we may, look at other locations or other opportunities to expand, in later on.
Mhm.
What would you say, Dana?
I would say the same. You
Yeah.
never know what we're up to. Put it like that.
I like that. So if you had anything inspiring or aspirational to say to a young girl or guys that are looking to get into this industry or just looking to open a business, you know, and they're just not sure. They're sitting looking at this on their phone or, you know, on their device, what encouragement can you
Sure.
give them?
Sure. So the number one thing I would say is I tell everybody, work on your business that you want every single day. I don't care if you watch a 30-second TikTok. Check off doing something that you're going towards
I agree.
every single day. That gets you in the habit of being able to work every single day in your business. Sometimes we don't get days off. I don't think it's been a day since we started that I haven't either watched something dealing with the business or did something towards or even spent 3 or 4 hours doing something or all day. So
Yeah.
do
'Cause
something.
there's a
every single
misunderstanding.
day.
Oh, well, if I don't work for another company where I'm a W-2, when I get my own thing, it's going to be easier. It's like, no, you will be working.
Yeah.
You have to work like you work for somebody.
Harder
Yes.
in most cases.
Yes.
Say it again, Char.
Especially in the
Harder,
beginning.
Yeah. You have to go almost in overdrive mode. I mean, yeah, you have to find your own balance, of course, but by no means necessary, can you just completely relax. So just to go hand in hand what Dana said, outside of working on it every single day, I would say it's never too early to start.
Or too late.
Yeah, or too late. That's
Or
true.
too late.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, an idea can become, a vision to your plan, and then you can start to implement. And as she said, even if it seems overwhelming, just start on it piece by piece, day by day. Whether it be, like she said, reading something, reaching out to other people. You'd be surprised who will actually be willing to help. Not everyone's in your corner, but not everyone's against you either. And so, whether it be someone else already in the beauty supply industry, whether it be restaurant, whatever, there's usually someone out there that's either offering free advice or help. And then don't be afraid to make an investment. People tend to take you more seriously when you are willing
Invest
to put,
in yourself.
That's right.
Ooh, that's a nugget.
That's right.
Invest in yourself.
That's right.
Because if you're looking for somebody else to believe in you and you don't believe in you, right? you got to be a bit of a risk taker.
Mm-hmm.
If you're actually going to be a serious business
Mhm.
owner, you have to be a bit of a risk taker. Now, there's different levels of risk,
Yes.
right? Some of us are high risk takers. You know, some are low, some are medium risk takers, but you do have to take a risk.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for being on the Incline. I really
Yeah.
appreciate this. I'm sure the viewers appreciate the nuggets that you've dropped. And as the ladies mentioned, find a mentor. You know, walk up on a Dana and a Charis
Mhm.
at Zoet Beauty Supply store and say, hey, you know, my name is, can you help me? And it may not be in beauty. It could be in something else,
That's right.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because these are business ladies. These are business queens. So they can help you, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's
Yes.
about community. So
Yes.
thanks, and we'll see you again later on the Incline.